One of our jobs in the Pierce County Sheriff's Department is to look at the future of public safety in Pierce County. You should expect us to look forward and to anticipate challenges so that we can work with you and work with other agencies to keep you and your family safe. So let me tell you about what we're doing to look forward, to anticipate challenges, to adapt, and act effectively to keep you safe. One aspect of the future that concerns us all is the condition of the national and local economy. Over the course of the last 4 months, I've been to several meetings with heads of some of the largest law enforcement agencies in the nation. And by the way, I paid my own way to those meetings. I not only gave back my raise, but I've been covering my own travel costs as well. Attending those meetings were chiefs and sheriffs from New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, and San Diego and Phoenix and Washington, D.C., to name a few, and other large jurisdictions. Much of their time was taken up with discussions about the impact of current economic situations and how it impacts law enforcement. I learned that nearly every large agency in the country has seen serious budget cuts. Most, like the Pierce County Sheriff's Department, have also had to reduce the numbers of officers and deputies serving in their agencies. Discussions in these meetings have centered around how we should prioritize, how we can continue to provide the best possible service even in a bad economy. And discussions also involve the longer-lasting changes of these economic conditions. The Great Depression of the 1930s brought long-term changes to American institutions. The current Great Recession will likely bring a few of its own changes to how we live and work and how we organize public safety services. The state of the economy matters to us in law enforcement because economic downturns mean downturns in public revenue, and that's translated into budget cuts for law enforcement. But you know, budget cuts aren't the only factor impacting us into the future. An important factor is the quality and the heart of the men and women who wear badges and serve. That's also very important. Our access to new technology, how we apply technology, is another important factor. And finally, in many ways, a very important factor involves you as a member of the community. Our links to the community, our ability to work in concert with the community is vitally important. 4 factors: the economy, our personnel, technology, and the community. These are the important factors which shape the future of public safety. Personally, I don't believe in hunkering down and waiting for the future to wash over us. We can't afford to wait for change to sweep over us. We need to step forward. We need to take action to prepare, to re-examine how we do business, to refit, to readjust in order to effectively move forward. This is why the Pierce County Sheriff's Department spearheaded the Criminal Justice Vision Group to plan for the impacts of future population growth on public safety services. This is why, over 2 years ago, the Sheriff's Department began a highly commended strategic initiative process to refit the agency and readjust how we do business. This is why we've been active on regional gang, drug, organized crime, and drunk driving enforcement task forces. This is why we've sought to consolidate and coordinate and combine efforts with other agencies. With these actions, we are anticipating, we're leaning into the future. This is why we continually seek out and adopt useful new technologies, because we want to be more effective and efficient. We've led the way in adopting fingerprint, palm print, and facial recognition software. By obtaining the use of new technology, we're anticipating and leaning into the future. This is why we've continued our Community Academy program that some of you have attended. This is why I've formed advisory groups involving representatives of key community institutions. And this is why we will form an advisory group of citizens who want to actively build public safety rather than sitting on the sidelines as spectators. This is why I continue to support the efforts of the Crime Stoppers program, to have the community help us help them stay safe. This is why we have 141 active volunteers working beside us in the department. In the coming months, on this Sheriff's Report, I'll be telling you about additional initiatives we'll pursue. These initiatives will be aimed at better informing you about who we are and what we do for you throughout Pierce County. These initiatives will also provide ways for you to inform us about your needs, about ways you can help us better protect you and your family. By actively informing and engaging you, the entire community will be helping us lean into the future. You see, when you take the strength and heart of the men and women who serve this agency, combine that with the strength and heart of the good citizens in the community who recognize that public safety is not a spectator sport, when you put these two things together, this is how we build a stronger and safer and more civil community now and in the years to come.